Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for November 25th, 2013. We're only a few days away from Thanksgiving and only 2 days away from that all-important travel day where everyone's getting out. And it looks like we're going to be dealing with a major rainstorm throughout much of the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas, and also some snow and ice for the northern interior. Currently, right now, we have temperatures well below normal for this time of year, ranging from the upper teens to lower 20s over the northern interior and lower to mid 20s just north and west of the major cities, mid to upper 20s along the coast and in Philadelphia and New York City. It's pretty chilly out there. It's roughly about 10 to 15 degrees below normal for this time of year, and it looks like it's going to stay that way for the rest of the day, with increasing clouds and temperatures ranging from the lower to mid 30s for highs, and with those winds from the northwest backing to the east around 10 to 20 miles per hour, it's going to feel like the mid to upper 20s for this afternoon. Taking a look at the surface map, you can see high pressure that is currently over Virginia and North Carolina will be shifting off the coast. It's going to allow winds to shift to the southwest and then eventually back towards the east as this high pressure system lifts up towards the Canadian Maritimes. Meanwhile, we have a strong area low pressure starting to develop in the Gulf of Mexico. Alright, so it's not strong right now, but it will be as it's moving up the east coast. And then this frontal boundary right here is our Arctic air mass. Now, if this cold front was moving faster than this disturbance for this Wednesday, we would be talking about a far different forecast here. But because the timing is just a little bit off, it looks like we're going to be dealing pretty much just rainfall for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area moving forward for tomorrow night into Wednesday. You can see on the radar very clearly we have plenty of rainfall developing over the Mississippi River Valley, and some of this is freezing rain and causing some problems, especially over portions of southern Oklahoma and northern Texas. And here's our Arctic cold front here over the northern plains and over the northern Great Lakes that's producing snow showers as well. Again, if this cold front was moving a little bit faster, then we'd have this a new fresh air, cold air mass in the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, leading to a rather interesting forecast setting up. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen this time. On the latest water vapor satellite picture, you can see how this is all setting up. Here's our subtropical disturbance. Here's our surface low pressure system starting to develop as a result of this upper level low. And then well up here, here is our polar disturbance that is diving south. Now these two are going to interact by Wednesday morning and cause this low pressure system to track basically right over the coastal plain, right over New Jersey and into New England. And that is generally a warm track for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area, leading to periods of rain that can be expected. On the infrared satellite picture, you can see very clearly here plenty of convection is developing and blowing up here over portions of the Mississippi River Valley as a result of all the enhanced lifting over the Gulf of Mexico. Get used to this. We're going to see this a lot this winter, I think, with these Gulf lows trying to make a run up the East Coast and racing the Arctic air masses that are also diving south. I'm going to use the NAM model guidance for the forecast for the next 66 hours, the next 3 days. Mostly because the NAM model guidance, and this is the newest one at 12Z, pretty much mirrors now what the European model guidance is showing, which has performed excellently to this point and has been pretty consistent for the most part. So again, for this afternoon, high pressure will be in control, our coldest day of the 3-day period, with temperatures struggling in the lower to mid 30s. Tonight, clouds increase as that high pressure system shifts off the coast. We have winds veering to the southeast, or should I say backing to the southeast at 5 to 15 miles per hour, increasing once again to 10 to 20 miles per hour. That's going to keep us pretty cool out there, with temperatures tomorrow morning holding in the upper 20s to lower 30s throughout the region. High temperatures tomorrow will rebound into the mid to upper 40s ahead of the cold front and the advancing low pressure system. Look for rainfall to start to develop over the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area in the afternoon and evening. Now you can see on the latest model guidance, the heaviest rainfall is just making a run right towards the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area. Our 850 millibar temperatures, which you can see right here, are above freezing for much of the region. However, there will be some cold air trapped at the surface that has me a little bit concerned for sleet and freezing rain for the interior, which I'll show in just a moment. as far as the impacts are concerned. For Wednesday morning, between 1 a.m. and 8 a.m. on Wednesday, that's when I think we'll have the worst conditions with very heavy rainfall. That cold air will start to rush towards the coast, but again, along the coast for the most part, just heavy rain. Could end as a little bit of light snow at the very end, but this is primarily a very heavy rain event for the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan areas. Over the interior, you'll see that rain changing over to snow with some minor accumulations expected. This low pressure system is going to rapidly move to the northeast, and then by the time we get to Wednesday evening, that low pressure system will be in the Canadian Maritimes, or rocketing towards the Canadian Maritimes, and we will be drying out nicely throughout the Philadelphia and New York City metropolitan area with just a few lingering snow showers here and there moving forward. Then for Thanksgiving itself, high pressure will be in control, but notice the pressure gradient here is very tight, so look for temperatures on Wednesday to peak in the mid 40s to lower 50s from basically the Delaware River on east towards Connecticut. The warmest conditions should be over Long Island and Connecticut, where we'll have a stronger southwesterly and southerly flow ahead of this low pressure system. Then temperatures crash throughout the day, throughout the evening, should I say, on Wednesday, and then by Thursday we're struggling once again in the mid to upper 30s with a strong northwesterly wind, keeping wind chills in the 20s. It's going to be a rather chilly and cold Thanksgiving, that is for sure. And then the same situation can be expected for Friday with high pressure and control. The winds will be a little bit less, around 5 to 15 miles per hour from the northwest, but will remain in the mid to upper 30s for highs, which again is below normal for this time of year. As far as impacts are concerned, here is the impact map that I have set up. Now again, for much of Connecticut, the New York City metropolitan area, and the Philadelphia metropolitan area, we're just dealing with rain here. Looking for rainfall amounts anywhere from 1 to 3 inches. Some locations could push 4 inches of rain. This storm will basically drive our departures, our below normal for November, to near to even possibly above normal by the time this storm gets done as it's moving through, with all this moisture that is basically being drawn up from the Gulf of Mexico. A little bit more north and west, let's say from Lancaster, even York, PA, up to Reading, Allentown, and right along the Delaware River in northwestern New Jersey, including Sussex County, and then up towards the central Hudson River Valley and extreme northwestern Connecticut, where I'm expecting mostly rain here, but there is going to be that threat with some of that cold air lingering on there, where we could see a mix of some snow, sleet, and rain at the start here, producing some ice accumulations, at most up to 1/10 of an inch if we get one of those heavy bands moving through of freezing rain. Then we change over to rain, and then at the very end of the storm, back over to snow with an inch or two possible of accumulation on cold and grassy surfaces. Then towards the purple areas, this would be Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Pottsville, basically east central and northeastern Pennsylvania. Looking at primarily again a mix of snow, sleet, and rain, holding on a little bit longer, changing over eventually to rain, and then back over to snow faster than anywhere else to the east. So again, looking for rainfall amounts anywhere from 1 to 2 inches, ice accumulations again up to 1/10 of an inch, snowfall accumulations, especially for higher elevations, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. Most locations are going to be around that 2-inch mark, and most of that is going to be on cold and grassy surfaces. And finally, well north and west towards extreme northeastern and central Pennsylvania, looking for snowfall amounts anywhere from 3 to 6 inches. Again, most locations will be around 3 inches. Snow, sleet, and freezing rain, changing over briefly to rain, back over to snow very quickly. And that snow will be heavy at times. However, the bulk of the best lifting and dynamics will be focused more towards the coast. So as a result, the snowfall amounts will not be as impressive. After this storm leaves, the good news is that high pressure will be in control and will remain in control through this upcoming weekend until we get a weak disturbance move through on Monday with a few scattered showers. Temperatures throughout the forecast period will basically average near to slightly below normal, with high temperatures in the upper 30s to mid 40s, low temperatures in the upper 20s to lower 30s. Overall, not too bad of a end of November and start of December with temperatures slightly below normal. That is your forecast discussion for today. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Follow the latest weather information at nynjpaweather.com and nynjpaweather on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and LinkedIn. Have a wonderful day. Stay safe out there.